The FPL bill is an unknown. FPL can do whatever they want, whenever they want, and you've got no say-so.
Our guest is Derek Malone, Director of Strategic Partnerships at Terra Energy. One habit from firefighting or pastoring you still use every day in your life.
Not a lot of,
Here today, gone tomorrow?
Yeah, that's possible. The internet now opens up this ginormous highway for people to be innovative. If you see things from a different perspective, everything changes with nothing changing. The lid to AI is energy. You know, right now, if you want to invest money, put it in nuclear. We're put $1 million insurance policy on every home that we install, and that monthly subscription fee is typically between 30 and 50% cheaper than what you're currently paying your utility bill. And when I can save you $100 a month, $1,200 a year, and we do it with a 7.5 CapEx, and we increase their NOI $17,000, their eyes got big. We're betting on ourselves.
Yeah. The world is changing faster than ever. Whole new realities are popping up like scenes from a science fiction movie. We're talking AI, new food technology, radical healthcare breakthroughs, human cloning experiments, robots everywhere. And we still don't really know what's coming next. So, in the middle of all that, what if I told you there's one upgrade you can make at home that feels just as futuristic, but is already here? What if you could replace your traditional electricity bill with solar on your roof without buying anything? Just subscribing to it the way you subscribe to Netflix. Welcome back to the Marty Davis Show, where we turn complex business problems into clear, practical strategy you can actually use. I'm Marty Davis. I'm a business lawyer, an entrepreneur, and your host. Today, we're about solar. Solar as a subscription, not a 25-year loan, and what that means for homeowners, investors, and more importantly, the environment. Our guest is Derek Malone, Director of Strategic Partnerships at Terra Energy, helping bring a no-money-down 3-year solar subscription to markets like Miami and Fort Lauderdale. We're broadcasting today from Sunnis Supper Club and Bar Betty. It's a new, innovative restaurant here in Fort Lauderdale, a great place to dine, spend time with friends, serving classic American cuisine, and has an amazing vibe. We're here in their speakeasy called Bar Betty. If you haven't been here yet, you really should. Derek, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Really been looking forward to this.
Glad you're here. Derek, you spent decades as a firefighter, a pastor, before stepping into the energy world.
Very true.
Tell me about those two careers and how they shaped you and the way you sell and build trust among your clients and customers.
Good question. Okay, so 2 careers. I couldn't have handpicked 2 better careers to match my personality. Absolutely loved being a firefighter, professional firefighter for 25 years. And if you know any firefighters, you only work 9 days a month. And so everyone has another job. And so that's just lends to the career. And I ended up becoming a pastor. And so I was a pastor for 26 years while I was a firefighter for 25 years. And the second question, go ahead.
How does that shape the way you sell the products that you sell and treat your customers?
Okay, good question. So I think both are just a service industry. You know, being a firefighter, you're not doing it for the money. You're doing it because you just absolutely somewhat love helping people.
Sure.
And then obviously in the church, you're not making any money either, but on the same thing, you're just loving helping people. And so I don't like the word retire. So I retired in 2022, but I plan on working my whole life. So I did something. And I wanted to get into something where I'm serving people. Mm-hmm. And so I kind of wanted to try sales, but I don't like selling. And then after about a year of trying to find that thing that was going to kind of fill that void that I'd left, I found this, and this is a service model. I'm not selling anything. No money's coming out of your pocket. I basically am helping you, just like I did in the other 2 jobs. I'm helping you save money.
Which is great.
Which makes people very happy.
And this all happened here in Miami. But you came to Miami. Those subscribers and folks that have been watching the show have already met your son, Jackson.
Okay.
And a online personal trainer who is now deeply involved in nursing school. But your kids were already here in Florida.
Yep.
And, I'd have to say they probably were enjoying the weather more than you enjoyed the weather in Michigan.
100%.
Yeah, there you go. So welcome to South Florida.
Thank you.
But now that you're in Miami Beach?
I'm in Miami. Okay. All four of us are in Miami Beach.
Okay. That's the next chapter in your life.
Yeah.
And what pulled you to make the move and build this mission specifically here in South Florida?
Good question. So kids and I and my wife were huddled around the fireplace when they were in middle school. And they were like, tell us again why we live in Michigan, because we were all freezing all the time. And I'm like, well, back in 1951, my grandpa moved from Tennessee to Michigan because of work. And so he replanted the family tree, and the tree's been here for 4 generations. And we made an agreement because I knew I was eligible to retire in 2022. Jackson, who's our youngest, was graduating San Diego State in 2022. And we said, if you two can pick the same state, we'll replant the family tree there. And so they picked California, and then COVID hit, and then they both came to Miami, fell in love with it. And so they came here, and then as soon as I was eligible, my wife and I came down.
Oh, very good. Wow, progressive. The kids decide where you live.
The kids picked it. We would follow.
That's great. Well, let's go straight to the core idea and why we're here.
Good.
In simple language, what's a solar subscription, and how is it different from traditional solar where I bought the system and had to have a loan for it?
Good question. So traditional solar, you buy it or you take out a loan for it. So either way, it's yours. It's your baby. With a solar subscription, you don't buy Netflix, you don't rent Netflix, you don't lease Netflix, you subscribe to the use of Netflix. So as long as Netflix keeps putting out good content, you happily keep giving them $20 a month. And so we incur all costs. No anything we do, everything from engineering to installing to permitting to interconnection fee, white glove treatment, we will invest in your home. We'll put our system on your home, okay? And at that point, you just pay a monthly subscription fee to use our equipment, all right? And that monthly subscription fee is typically between 30 and 50% cheaper than what you're currently paying your utility bill. And so the subscription basically is as long as we keep doing our job well, like Netflix, as long as we keep providing you great service and clean, cheaper energy, you probably will keep wanting to pay that monthly subscription fee. But you have the freedom to leave after 36 months. So if we don't do our job, you can shake our hand, we'll come remove our equipment, fix your roof, and go our merry ways. We're betting on ourselves that you will not do that.
Okay. And walk us through the money flow step by step. You've said there's a subscription fee, but how does that work? Do I still have an electric bill?
Good question. So it depends. So really, every home is unique because every home uses a different amount of energy. Okay. Every home has a different roof. Your case.
Yeah.
Okay. You wanted to do this. I took a look at your roof. I'm like, Marty, your roof is beautiful, meaning it had all these nice angles and gables and all of that. We would not be able to put enough panels on your home to take care of your usage need.
Okay. Yeah.
So basically with an
Big
address.
frown. Yes. Okay.
With an address and a bill, I can see how much you're using, and I can pull up your house and I can see how many panels will it take to offset your energy.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And so let's just say it's 43 panels. Okay. So for 43 panels, and that offsets everything, you would pay Terra X amount of dollars. And you're like, oh my gosh, you will always have an FPL bill. Okay. Or if you're in Duke, because Duke is a fantastic one for us because they're the highest utility company in Florida.
Oh,
and
so it makes it that much cheaper.
Do a lot of savings with Duke Energy. But if you purchase no energy from FPL, you're still connected to them for solar to work, and the minimum connection fee is $25. So let's just say, your energy bill is $300, and we come in and we're like, well, we can do it for $175 plus the $25. So now you're going from $300 to $200. Okay. And that's locked in. So I'd say probably the biggest thing that a lot of people do it for the savings, like $100 a month is significant.
Yeah.
And they love that. I'm finding, though, in the last year or so, people are more doing it because the FPL bill is an unknown. FPL can do whatever they want, whenever they want, and you've got no say-so. With Terra, when we give you that amount, we'll lock it in for 20 years. So you take an unknown and all of a sudden make it a known. So you got savings, which is great, but you've got a surety on the other hand, which a lot of people with limited funds and they're retired.
Sure,
that's what they're looking at. That's what
we're going to spend.
The accountants understand.
Clearly, and also, our bills really differ here. From one month to the next.
Right.
We don't have that nice, cool weather that Michigan is enjoying, except for this past week. Clearly, we've got some warm summers, so the bills really do go up. And you probably look at how many months of bills do you need to see to be able to decide whether it works?
So when you give me your last bill, I'm going to call FPL. I'm going to find out exactly how much did you use over 12 months. So we want a full calendar year, so July to July or January to January, and then that will tell me how many kilowatt hours, because that's what they're charging you. They're charging you for every kilowatt hour they send you. That's what they're charging you. So how many kilowatt hours do we need to provide using our panels?
So what are the non-negotiable terms that you insist that every homeowner understands before they sign on to your agreements?
Yeah, I think it's just, I want them to understand how this system's working. Because if they were buying it, they would do all this due diligence, and they would fully understand before they threw their capital on the table. So with this, when you tell them, they're like, yeah, let's just do it. I'm like, I want you to understand how this is actually working, because I don't want there to be any surprises. And by surprise, meaning, let's say you have your thermostat set to 72 degrees. All right. So you're using 20,000 kilowatts an hour, and now you're getting this cheaper energy. So you bump it down to 69 degrees.
Yeah.
Well, right. And now all of a sudden, what I told you isn't true because you're using more energy. Our system wasn't designed for that. You thought the FPL bill is going to be $25, but all of a sudden you get it and it's $60.
Right.
I want you to understand why it's $60.
Yeah.
I mean, and it doesn't take me that long. It takes me probably an hour with pencil and paper just to kind of walk the person through to understand what this system is capable of and what it's not capable of. And so I'd say that's the non-negotiable. I want you to leave me understanding how it works.
One of the concerns that I asked you about when you were going to come out to give me a quote or look at the roof was, well, how does it attach to the roof?
Yeah.
What happens? I have a tile roof. Is it going to damage the tiles? Do you put holes in it? And what happens when I need to re-roof when it fails?
Yeah.
The roof it fails, not your product.
Yeah, no, that's a fair question. So if you ever need a new roof, we do what's called an uninstall, reinstall for free. So again, no money out of your pocket. You simply call us and say, I'm getting a new roof.
That's great.
We come in and uninstall it, you get a new roof, and we put it back on for free. So that's not a problem. Installation, if done right, there's no problems. Unfortunately, with people that have come before us, they do it wrong. And if you do it wrong, it's going to leak.
Yeah.
And with traditional solar, when the person sold you the system, they've got all their money day one. So there's not a lot of
here today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah, that's possible. With us, literally after 4 or 5 months of designing this thing and installing this thing, we haven't received any money. And month 1, when you pay your first subscription, we began getting our money back.
Sure.
So we have a lot of incentive to make sure that it's installed right. And if there ever is a problem, we're going to fix it Johnny on the spot because we're a service play. We are fully betting on ourselves that in 3 years, you're not going to walk away. So how do you do that? Fantastic customer service. And so also,
makes good sense.
We put $1 million insurance policy on every home that we install because we're protecting our asset and your asset. So anything happens to your house whatsoever, our insurance will pay the tab, not yours.
That's good news too. So, we're seeing so much going to subscriptions these days, Netflix and all of the TV things, but whether it's computer programming to everything is going to subscriptions instead of buying outright. Why is the world shifting to subscriptions in the first place?
The internet. So the internet didn't exist. Airbnb, Uber, Instacart, DoorDash, Amazon, fantastic models that are service. You're not buying anything, but it's providing this fantastic service, right? Didn't exist before the internet. And so the internet now opens up this ginormous highway for people to be innovative. And so people start to get in their minds that, man, I like this because now I'm in charge. I don't have to buy it. I don't have to, own it and take care of it and make sure the technology and all that. If I like it, I can keep doing it. If I don't like it, I'm out.
Yeah.
It's instant. And so I think no one ever thought of this because I don't think anyone really thought about the service industry, and now it's like, oh, this just makes sense. Why would we keep doing it the old way where you buy this? Really? I mean, technology changes how fast?
Right.
I would not. Now, people say if you buy it, your ROI is in 10 years. I'm like, 10 years is a long time today.
That's right. Yeah, no. Listen, we may have, everybody's living on nitrogen or something. But no. And the idea that you brought up earlier, that you're invested in making certain that this works and your customers are happy because they're paying you a little bit each month. And, they got to be there a long time for it to work for you all.
It's a risk, but it's a fantastic risk that investors are very happy to do because if you think like if it's 300 and 200, you're like $100 is good. But in 3 years, how much do you think that 300 is going to be? Well, FPL is going to go up.
Yeah.
Now
so
the
you're
gap's
saving
bigger.
more. Yeah.
And you're like, okay, you're not going anywhere. Where do you think the gap will be in 7 years?
Yeah.
Where do you think the gap will be in 10 years? So the more we do that, and we'll upgrade for free. So this system will never age. We'll just simply come out, pop the panels on, put new ones on. So the system will never get old. It will never get crusty. And we know that every year that goes by that we keep you happy, the odds of you leaving keep getting less and less and less.
Yeah. And the sun isn't going to cost anymore.
We live in the sunshine state.
And no, it is a great model and a great model for investors too. I can see that.
They're very happy.
I bet. What makes electricity such a natural fit for this model?
Oh, man. All right. So I fell in love and got into this in 2022 when I retired. That is the year ChatGPT released, and I fell in love with AI.
Mm-hmm.
Demis Hassabis uses AI to solve protein folding. So AI basically is here.
Yeah.
It's here. And I saw that basically there's a lid to everything in life. Okay, the lid to AI is energy. Right now, if you want to invest money, put it in nuclear because they're trying to solve nuclear like hard and fast. We have an energy problem. Mm-hmm. It's going to get solved. I'd say in the next 10 years, we won't have an energy problem. They will solve the energy problem in 10 years. Nuclear and the safer nuclear, fusion and fission. Yeah. So geothermal, that's going to be getting solved. If you're really in tune, you can see that they're going to be sending AI data centers to space because the sun is always shining in space, and they have the technology right now to beam that electricity back down to Earth and convert it back into usable energy. Yeah. So all of this is actually happening. Energy is everyone's number one priority because if you don't solve energy, you don't cure cancer.
All the AI stuff you can't do.
You don't cure cancer. You don't solve all the the world's kind of problems if you don't solve energy. And so I think energy problems will be solved in 10 years, but what's it look like during the next 10 years when energy becomes more and more scarce? And so our model is, this isn't going to save the planet, what we're doing, but it gets you out of the mess.
Yeah.
So while everyone else is going, where's this going to mean to me? You can go, I don't know, but I know what it means to me. I've locked in a rate with Terra Energy. And so I would say it's the right place at the right time. And we just happen to be first to market. Jeff Bezos was first to market with the whole Amazon thing.
Yeah.
He was just first to market, and that's who we are.
Very good. So you're first to market. Are there other competitors?
No.
You're it.
This is it. It's really, there's other people using our terminology, but they can't compete with the 3 years.
Very good.
You know what I mean? They're like, it's too much risk to do that. We need more commitment. And that's where we're very different. We're betting on ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's how you win. So this whole thing was started with our owner, Jaime Martinez, wins this award at Cornell for his thesis on why isn't solar scaling. So he wrote his thesis on if you change the model, it would scale. And the whole model is take the risk off the homeowner. Put it on someone else.
Sure, absolutely.
Put it on someone else. And so that's what he did. He found people that were willing to take a risk. And
Very good. Oh, that's great. Well, I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
Let's nerd out a bit on mechanics and risk.
Okay.
If I'm a skeptical homeowner, what are the top 3 questions I should ask you before I sign a solar subscription?
That's a good question. what are the top 3 questions you should ask me? How it works. So I'm going to tell you how it works. What happens if it doesn't work? And I would tell you, well, we guarantee production, just like if you were paying Dish Network. You know, if your Dish Network is not providing TV channels, you're not going to pay them.
Right.
You know, same thing. If this doesn't work, which, you know, technology fails, you know, I can't promise it's always going to work. You'll still get energy from, you know, Duke or FPL. You don't pay us that month. Yeah. So we guarantee that it's going to work. And then I would say, give us time, because we are not fast. You know, you sign today. I'd love to tell you it's going to be up and running in 4 months. Realistically, it's going to probably be 6.5 months.
Oh, okay.
And so that's just because we're growing. You know, we're hiring people and training people, and so we're pushing out big numbers every month.
Very good. Well, you brought up numbers. How many homes are you doing a month?
So currently, right now, about 300 a month, and so far we've hit every metric. We've grown as fast as what we've wanted to.
Okay.
When I started just a little while ago, when I met you, we were doing 50 a month. So we went from 50 to 300, and they have us projected by June 1st, we'll hit 1,000.
Oh, very good.
And then once we hit that, we're in Texas and Florida, then we open up California.
And that should be amazing when you do that.
California will be a good market.
Yeah, no, I would think so. Walk us through those. How do you handle underperformance and roof work? And you already mentioned that, and then home sale with the subscription model.
Anything that is a problem, and you call me, I create like a client issue, and we work through it. And I would not be here if they didn't handle all of them effectively. And so we take care of it. We solve the problem, whatever that means. For their troubles, we'll give them a month or 2 off, and they're all very happy with that. And it just kind of what I found was the more problems you have, the better odds of you making a good Google review. Yeah. Because I'm going to take care of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Again, we don't win if you cancel after 3 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we are going to take care of it. Everyone's very happy with that. So client issues, they're frustrated. But if we handle it right at the end of the day, they're saying thank you more than anybody else.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be the only thing on home ownership that you might get frustrated with when something has to be repaired,
I feel
right?
their pain. I really do. It's frustrating.
But what happens when I sell my house with the solar system on it?
So what we found is everyone wants solar. Most people aren't willing to go through the process of getting it. And so if someone buys your house, well, there's 2 scenarios. One is it's after 36 months, because that's all you're responsible for is 36 months. After that, it's month to month. So if you sell it after 36 months, they're going to ask you, does it work? Yes. Does it save you money? Yes. Do they provide good service? Yes. They're going to keep it. Why would they say, I'd rather pay double? Yeah. That's at 99% of the time, they take it. But let's just say you have the one person that says, I hate solar. I hate the looks, but I love your home. After 36 months, we come remove it, fix your roof, and it's gone. Let's say you're 24 months in, okay? You owe 12 months of your subscription fee. Okay. So if it's $200, you owe 200 times 12. That's it. And so all you're saying is yes to when you sign is 36 months of that payment.
All right. And is that transferable to the new owner?
Oh, 100%. No renegotiating. So 18 years from now, let's just say FPL's 1,000 and we are not. Yeah. And they buy your home. We don't renegotiate. They can pick up right where you left off, which will make your home that much more attractive.
Sure. So even if I'm at the 24th month and I sell my house, the new people can take over the contract.
Yep, yeah. Yep. Or if you get another home in Florida or Texas or wherever we're at, and you say, I'm doing it, I got 12 months left, they don't want it, but I want my next home, we'll get you out of that one as well.
Okay, very good. You've also said that you have a 4 to 6 month time frame to put things together. Yep. Can you map out, why does it take that long?
Oh, yeah. So there's like 4 teams to make this thing happen. 5 if you consider sales. So the day you sign,
nothing happens until sales.
No, right?
You're the most important one there. Yes.
So the day you sign, we have a team that's an HOA team. Okay. They're going to get a hold of your architectural committee, and they're going to get everything that they need, and they're going to submit it. Oh, okay. We can only go the speed that they do and get back to us. Let's just say the head person's on maternity leave. Yeah. Well, we're stalled. There's nothing we can do. HOA held us up. Let's just say HOA doesn't. They just flash it through in 30 days. That's fantastic.
Right. Okay.
We also have to go to your local city. You know what I mean? So some are fast, some are slow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And some that are slow will literally say, tell me more about the screws that you're using. And then they send it back to us and we type it out and then it goes to the bottom of their pile.
Yeah.
We can only go as fast as permitting will send it back to us.
Sure.
And then you have the utility company, FPL, Duke, and all of Seco and Tico and all of them. They also have to come out and do inspections. And when it's all said and done and turned on, they can take up to 4 weeks to come and interconnect. So we can't call them. They might come out day 3. They might take, day 30.
Yeah.
That's when we can call, and say,
so that's their time frame.
That's their time frame.
Okay.
You can't call. And so literally we are at your house for 2 days doing an install.
Oh, okay.
So our installation team, 2 days.
Oh, okay.
Everybody else, we're at their mercy.
Does your entire roof need to be covered with these panels? How does that?
No, not necessarily. It depends on how big your roof is. Like a single story is astronomically better than a 2-story. Because a 2-story, you got double the square footage, half the roof.
Right, yeah.
Single story. So a lot of times when it's a single story, I'm only on like 1 or 2 sides to cover it all.
Right.
Sometimes on a 2-story or a small house, I'm covering the entire roof, and we still might only be getting 70% of your needs met, which means you're getting a very good rate, 70% of your energy, and you're paying your utility 30%.
Right.
And so that's why everyone goes, how much is it? I'm like, give me your address and give me your last bill, and I will tell you exactly what yours will be.
Well, and you're going to tell the customer exactly what the savings is going to be so they can make that informed
100%.
decision. We just had some mood lighting for a moment.
Like
it was exciting. And clearly they need a solar system here.
Yes,
they wouldn't have this problem. Yeah. Let's tackle the environmental side.
Okay.
Because there isn't just savings of $50, $100 a month, maybe. From your vantage, how does a subscription help with the environment?
I'll punt on this one. I don't know. It's so controversial, and I don't know who to believe. And so I don't want to say something is true when I don't even know for sure it's true. I can tell you this. 2 weeks ago, I signed a guy that's a consultant for Terra Energy who owns FPL.
Yeah.
All right. So the big deal. He's been working there for 40 plus years. He signed up. He loves our model. He's obsessed with clean energy. I mean, so this guy, he's in it. I'm not. I've only started a couple years ago. I'm listening and asking him questions and learning a ton. So I would love to be able to answer that, but I don't know enough.
I think he needs to be your spokesmodel.
He
agreed.
When
somebody from the energy company is buying this. Yeah, no, that's good.
He agreed to anytime I have someone that's like on the fence, he'll give him a 5-minute conversation.
Wow.
So he doesn't want to get caught up in an hour.
But
he loves it and he wants to promote it. He's semi-retired consulting, and he really likes what we're doing.
That's great. Well, obviously, that's a great recommendation.
It's a great recommendation.
Now, for a homeowner who says, "I'm not an activist. I don't want to go crazy on bills." What's the practical environmental impact of switching their home or rental to a solar subscription? We back to the same answer?
I don't know about environmental. I think what makes the most sense, that why I would have my mom sign up or my daughter sign up, it's the known factor. Like it's and here's what I have found. The people that are like, they got nervous butterflies signing up. Okay. Nervous butterflies. The second they sign, they can't wait for it to go on their roof. And they're going, how much longer? How much longer? How much longer? And so what I didn't understand coming in is, I think they do it for the savings. I think then they kind of, once they start seeing the numbers, they really like the idea of having a known bill 4 years from now. But I think truly, if you talk to anyone that's got it, they like the cool factor. They like the fact that they're just generating their own power. I don't know if it's cleaner and helping the planet, but they're like, that's cool. You know what I mean? Like I'm not getting it from anyone. I'm getting it from my own resource. And so I think, honestly, if you talk to most of my clients, they like the cool factor.
Yeah, but it just only seems logical that if we don't have to produce energy from some other source, and the sun doesn't hurt anything, and you're collecting it in batteries, I suppose there's the idea of what happens with the batteries and all of that. It's the same story about battery operated cars. You've got
an energy factory on your roof, and then you also have like a gas station on your roof all at the same time. If you have an electric vehicle, you're generating your own power and you're generating your own gas. And again, it's that cool factor. And I was listening to Davos and Elon, and he's all about solar and putting it in space. And
Right.
he's going to be sending up all that stuff. And he's like, everyone's talking about everything. He's like, if you were telling me that I invented an ice machine, he's like, cool, we're right next to an iceberg. Like it's free right here. I don't care about this.
Your machine, yes.
This little cool. And so he's like, the sun has enough power in it to power the entire globe.
Yeah.
We just need a means to catch it. And so again, a lot of people are thinking about this on how to do it. As a normal homeowner, you can do it right now with no capital.
No, it's great. Now, you've said that you're going to scale up to, the goal is 1,000 houses a month.
This month, or this year.
June.
Just June.
Where do you see your company, and where do you see you positioned at the end of 5 years?
5 years. Oh my gosh. So the company fully anticipates to be DoorDash, Instacart, Uber, Amazon, Airbnb. They plan on scaling this blitz across the United States. When you think of solar service utility, you think of Terra Energy. Boom. I like to teach, educate, encourage, inspire, recruit. I just like finding people and making them go, wow, thank you so much. And I really didn't do anything. I mean, sales is not really that hard. You basically just talk to people all day and then they say yes.
It's a lot of salesmen that would disagree with you, and
it's really
you're
not
natural at this.
It's not that hard. It's stress. So I got a nice pension. If I was feeding my family, I'd probably be stressed. You know what I mean? But I can have a bad month.
There you go. Well, that's good too. Yes.
So I can see that. But I've always, and my boss always asked me that. I'm like, you put me where you feel I'd be best for the team, and that's where I want to be. And so if they can slide me anywhere and say, man, we would love it if you would this, that's where I'll enjoy being.
Because I think you'd be great at customer service too. Which may or may not be easy. But let's go a little deeper on the investor side.
Okay.
How does this scale up for someone that has maybe multiple homes or multiple rental properties?
So I speak at conferences, short-term rentals.
Oh, okay.
I speak at conferences. I speak at those conferences, and I just spoke at a panel on build-to-rent communities. Because these are all investors.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you basically own a home, the value of your home is the value of your home. That's it. If you own investment properties, they don't care about the value of the home. They care about your NOI, your net operating income. So just right down here waiting for you, I talked to 2 people with several portfolios, and we were crunching numbers. And when I can save you $100 a month, $1,200 a year, and we do it with a 7.5 CapEx, and we increased their NOI $17,000. Their eyes got big. And we kind of fell into that. Me and my buddy, we went to a conference, and we were just used to doing what we did. And for the first time, we're talking to investors. He's retired, I'm retired. This isn't our deal. And we started speaking, and their eyes got really big, and the crowd kind of came around, and they were all interested in what we're saying. We're like, what's going on? And all of a sudden they said NOI. Last October, I didn't know what NOI was. And now I do.
I guess you
now
would,
I do. And they're very, very, very eager to basically not only save money because they don't like that energy bill.
Right.
But the NOI is really why they're there. And so they're like, this is crazy. There's no capital. There's no risk.
Doesn't cost them a thing.
You're putting $1 million insurance policy on my home. Yeah, it's
a winner for them. Yeah.
It's new to me, but it's working. So.
Let's even take it to a bigger extent. You mentioned the build-to-rent developers that are doing 200 and 500 homes. How should they be thinking about energy from the blueprint stage if solar subscriptions are an option for them?
Well, real easy they should be thinking, because if they put the vents in the right spot, we can make the arrays on the homes even better. They're just beautiful because there's nothing breaking them up. But also for the first time, they now can make money on energy. So not only are they making money on rent, I mean, they can roll the savings into their tenants if they're kind-hearted, or they can just make more money.
Right.
And so the GCs are interested in talking, and the foreign investors are definitely interested in talking, but yeah.
Sure.
But that could change any minute.
That could, and we had someone on earlier saying, for nonprofits, it's kind of a tough time. And his answer was, the world is cyclical. It changes. And if this political situation will change in a few years, and things just even out. So it's all going to work long term. True. People are still going to invest in real estate, right?
100%.
Yes. And Let's fast forward 10 years.
Okay.
What does the ideal power experience look like for you?
I think in 10 years, we're not going to recognize a lot of things. I think for most of human life, okay? I mean, most, 99%.
Yeah.
You made your own power. You know what I mean? The Industrial Revolution decentralized power to where it's like you do it way over there and bring it in.
Right.
If that makes sense. I think in 10 years, neighborhoods will be generating their own power with a little nuclear device, or they'll be using hydro, or they'll be using solar. Or there'll be, we won't be dependent on a ginormous machine and mechanism to just deliver large amounts of power. It's the opposite. As technology advances, it keeps getting cheaper. You know what I mean? So in 10 years, I think energy is going to be extremely cheap, easy, and back to centralized. I think a factory will make its own power. I think a neighborhood will generate its own power. I think businesses will make their own power.
Well, and it's interesting too. Florida has FP&L or Nextera.
Yeah.
And most other states have multiple choices on your power providers.
Very true.
And so those people are going to be a little more used to seeing that there's some competition out there.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're in Texas and there's deregulated. And so people are shopping around for power all day long. So when you say, hey, here's an option, they're like, I love this option. They're just used to that.
Yeah.
Here, it's like, I don't have an option. I like the monopoly.
Right.
Well, you shouldn't.
Yeah. And, well, this is the way it always has been.
Exactly.
You know, it's my dad telling, I told you so. Yeah, that's why. Well, I'm excited for you in this. And as everybody watching can see your excitement in it, and quite frankly, the excitement in everything you do.
Yeah.
And we belong to a business group together. And Derek is the ray of sunshine at 7 o'clock in the morning when we arrive for this breakfast meeting. And I can tell that it is infectious in your family because your son is absolutely the apple that fell very close to the tree. And what a great family and what a great thing that you're doing. So we always like to end our podcast with a kind of a rapid fire.
Awesome.
Going to ask you a question. Just tell us first answer that comes to your mind.
Got it.
Okay? What is your life philosophy in one sentence?
Oh, geez.
How's that for an easy first one?
I'd say love well and serve well.
Your favorite quote or verse you come back to most often?
Ooh, it's like asking me to pick my favorite kid.
Funny, that's the next question.
So I'd say the great commandment, love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. I think you can spend the rest of your life thinking on that and what does it mean? And the older I get it, I think it just means more and more. And then I think parting words, he said, now I've done all this, go and make disciples. And so if I get anything in life right, I've got to get those two right.
Very good. Miami Heat or Michigan cold?
Oh, Miami Heat. We were cold in Michigan. We're cold down here at 66. I mean, we're just designed for Caribbean heat. Designed.
Designed, huh?
Designed.
Okay. It is so amazing now because a number of folks here in Fort Lauderdale are snowbirds.
Yeah. And
they're coming down here in droves. This winter weather is terrible. My brother lives in Illinois, and he said the wind chill was minus 40.
Yeah.
You know, that's craziness.
No, it's great. And we do not complain at all in the heat. In the hottest months of July and August, Jackson and I are out playing tennis at 2 in the afternoon. Like the heat just doesn't bother us.
Oh,
so
that's great.
We're just wired different.
That's good. You're in the right place.
There we are.
Yes. Your biggest talent, the thing you do better than most people.
That's a fantastic question. I would say I have the ability to get involved in any two entities, whether it be husband, wife, parents, kids, city hall, a union, a board, whatever. And I can kind of take a look and I can get a better view and get the other one to see where the other one's coming from rather quickly. And so basically, I think I thrive on getting people to see things from a different perspective. And if you see things from a different perspective, everything changes with nothing changing.
Wow.
And so I think I like doing that more than anything.
That's a great talent. Your biggest fear, if you're willing to share it.
I think I believe in the Bible. I believe in it. And I wholeheartedly hope to hear well done someday.
Mm-hmm.
And I I think that's what drives me, is not hearing that. And so I really, I've been blessed in my life. I've got a fantastic wife, fantastic support from both. I've got fantastic kids and beautiful career, and I'm oozing with gratitude, and I don't take that for granted, and so I think there's a lot of responsibility for handling that well. And I'm always just making sure that I am, and so I'm always doing self-checks and make sure that I'm handling myself well.
Very good. One habit from firefighting or pastoring you still use every day in your life?
Life is very unpredictable, and so in any fire call, we had like 8,000 calls a year. Chaos, and you have to someone has to be in charge, and you have to be able to remove yourself, take it, handle it, mitigate the problem, and move on. And same in the church. I mean, church is messy, and you're dealing with real life human beings and feelings and emotions. And so I think I have the ability to have empathy, but a step back and assessing it so that I can give good wisdom and counsel and whatever. And so I think that's what I like with this. I sit in someone's home and talk to them, and the husband and wife is maybe one wants it and one doesn't. I'm able to kind of step out, kind of see it from both views, do that. And so I think in this job, I've been practicing my whole life.
How lucky, quite frankly.
Right?
One thing you're most grateful for in this chapter of your life?
We live right on the ocean in Miami Beach with my wife, who is with both her kids. And we see them every day. We have breakfast and dinner, and we play tennis. And so I don't know how long that will last, all of us being there, because they might go their ways and all of that. But I'm fully enjoying it right now.
Oh, that's great. Well, I appreciate so much you taking the time to be with us and educate us on something that's new and different that is people are a little skeptical about, me included. And that you come to this career of yours with the background of being a firefighter, a pastor, someone we can believe in who's been doing the right things. You're a natural for this. And so I would tell you that what you're doing is wonderful. And from my perspective, knowing your son and having the chance to meet your wife recently, there's a big well done from me.
Thank you.
So thank you. And our viewers, get these practical opportunities that can save you money, doing the right thing, and reduce a headache that you're naturally going to have with home ownership. So, and know where your money is going. This is the things that we kind of like to do on the podcast, are share information from experts. And you are clearly one in this field, and we thank you for being here. So I'm Marty Davis. I've been involved in a lot of different businesses, and as a lawyer represented a lot of different businesses and homeowners through problems that they've had. And peace of mind is really something important. Today we've been talking about how to create peace of mind with no extra money, no 25-year loan, and maybe doing the right thing for the planet and saving money all at the same time. Derek, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. For those of you who want more information, there'll be his contact information. Just remember, Derek Malone, Director of Strategic Partnerships at Terra Energy, helping bring a no money down solution, 3-year subscription to markets in Miami, and hopefully we're going to get him some work in Fort Lauderdale and throughout the state. And I'm anxious for you to get to California and maybe Arizona and Texas too.
It's coming.
So all good. Derek, thank you so much. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much for having me.